Good morning, everybody. I am here before work. I've dropped my kids off, and so I'm just checking in. So as of right now, oh, see, look at my hair is growing so gray. As of right now, I just finished my first chemo cycle. So as far as being done with radiation and chemo, I've been told that basically as long as my body will tolerate the chemo pill that I take, the temador, that I will continue to take it. So I'm on a 28-day cycle. So that's 4 weeks. So every 4 weeks at the beginning, I'm going to take my medication for 5 days. And then when you're done with the 5 days, you wait till the end of the 28-day cycle, and then you do it again. And I've been told that I will do this so long as my body tolerates it, which means nausea, your body, your blood counts, because you have to go in every month for blood work. So as of right now, that's where I'm at. So that's what I'm doing. I just finished my last night of taking the temador. And so when I was doing my radiation treatments, I was taking, I want to say 140 milligrams. I could be wrong. But as of right now, I'm taking 300 milligrams every night. And so I take it every night before bed. The idea is that, I guess if I'm taking it at night, I might not feel so nauseous. The first couple days was okay. I will admit, day 4 and 5 sucked. I felt pretty nauseated throughout the day. I'd have to be really careful about what I was eating. If I overate, I felt sick. And then my energy level was really low. So even though I didn't really have as many symptoms when I was doing my treatment, I'm definitely feeling more of the symptoms right now taking the medication. So I'm going to have to check in with my oncologist and see, what she wants to do, if she wants me to keep doing the cycle, or, whether my symptoms are just normal or if they're, more than what the doctor wants me to have to deal with. I was taking anti-nausea meds. But I still, didn't, lost the appetite, tired, nauseated. You have to remember a big portion of it is quality of life, making sure that whatever you're going through balances out. So as of right now, I don't feel like I'm sacrificing the quality of my life. I'm still able to go to work, and I'm still able to be with my kids. I am going to try to next time start taking my medication Wednesday night. So then I feel the symptoms on Saturday and Sunday. So then I can, with my work and things like that. So that way I'm more nauseated when I'm off of work and when I have help with the kids. So I started to feel sick like on a Wednesday or a Thursday, and that wasn't good because I still, had to take care of my kids, and I didn't have help yet because my husband works early in the morning. So that's my plan for next time, is to do that. So as of right now, everything's really good. The other thing I wanted to check in on is that I do go to a support group at my local hospital. They only have it once a week, and it is like in the middle of the day, so it's really hard for me to go. I do like going because I get a little bit of support, and you check in on your emotions, and it is nice to kind of know that what you're going through, other people are going through. The most difficult part for me is that nobody really in my group is under the age of 40. I mean, I'm 33, but it's just really hard to relate to everybody in the group. But I've been trying to go at least twice a month. If I could go more, I would. But I find that it makes you really comfortable with what you're going through. Makes it a little bit easier. There was even somebody in my group that was talking about, how they were feeling. Almost like they called it like survivor's guilt or something. The fact that, I went through radiation and I didn't have all the extreme side effects. So you almost kind of feel like, I don't know, other people are so sick, I'm not so sick. You start to feel almost bad in a way that you're not as sick as others. So it was nice to be able to, when somebody shared that they felt that way, I was able to reassure them that at one point I felt that way. So it is nice to have a support group to check in with people, because as much as your friends and family support you, it's really hard for them to completely understand what you're going through. But this week, something that we really talked a lot about was standing up for what you want. The hospital that I was originally had my brain surgery at is about 3 hours away from where I live. And there is somebody who was going to the same hospital. And they were questioning, like, hey, they want me to go all the way up there for treatment. You know, I can't do that every day. So there's something you have to really remember is like, fight for what you need. I told my doctors, I was pregnant at the time, and I told my doctors, I am not driving up here every week for weekly appointments. Like, this is not going to work. And if it doesn't work, then I'm going to transfer to a hospital a little bit closer to my home. And at that point, they were like, okay. So they collaborated with my local doctor. So I was able to go see my local doctor more often. And then like once a month or even every 6 weeks, I think, is when I was traveling up to that hospital. But the big thing is, you know, self-advocacy. What you need and want, you have to stick up for and really fight for. And between myself and my son, I think that that's the biggest thing I've learned. Like, if something doesn't work for you, just because the doctors say that's what you need to do, you need to explain to them, I'm sorry. You know, in my case, it was like, look, I live 3 hours away. This is not going to work. Even my son's appointments, I've slowly transferred majority of his services locally. And it's just a matter of explaining, you know, he's a young child. He doesn't travel well in the car. Coming up here for all these services multiple times isn't going to work. And so they were able to try to put all of his appointments on one day. So then we would only go up once. I'm like, I can't drive there 3-4 times a week for his appointments. So remember, you guys, really self-advocate for yourself, even beyond being sick and, you know, in your everyday personal life, you know, make sure we're doing it nice and with a smile, but advocate for what you need. No one's going to know what you need if you don't tell them. So you have to speak up and say, you know, this is not working for me. I need this in order for this to work. And just ask them, what can we do? Can we collaborate with a local doctor so I don't have to travel far? In my case, I have a local basically team. I did find a local neurologist. I have a local oncologist. And so I'm able to I did all my treatments locally, and then they share the information with my doctor up at UCSF. So eventually I'll have to check in with her. But as of right now, I don't have to go out of my way to go up there for all that. So it's worked out pretty well. But that was something we talked about this week, and I felt like it was really important is to remember, self-advocate for what you need and really put your foot down, you know, and if you need to rest, tell people you need to rest. If you need to, you know, eat or whatever it is, you know, really make sure to take care of yourself, because nobody else is going to know that. You have to listen to your body and say, this is what I need. So, all right. I will check in later.